Oh?
Oh. Alright, it literally seems like all of chat is playing this. I love that. Got you, Arcanum. Got you. Hope you're doing well. Of course, it's the place I've left last. Don't know why I went the long way. Alof was smart. Alright, surely nothing bad will happen because I robbed someone and I'm giving to this nasty person a jewel they've coveted for so long. I feel like we should be okay. Alright, here's the jewel, mate.
You have something for me, I hope?
Yeah, here it is.
Already? And without so much as a sneeze from the guards next door. Very discreet indeed. This should keep the knights and the dozens in their place.
That doesn't sound good.
A rare prize indeed. Take this. You've earned it. My father, Gedmar, will be pleased to learn that I've acquired such a gem. And an ally. Go and speak with him upstairs. He's been looking for someone with your skill.
Tell the guards you're a distant cousin. He winks. I have some questions. 2,000 XP and we got 3,000 gold. Alright, well, that probably isn't going to be good because he said something about the knights and the dozens not liking it. But hey, we got 3,000 gold. We'll take it. What's the worst that could happen? I'm getting up to date with your Xenoblade vids, and I think there's a time skip between the penultimate and final videos. It's not a big deal, but I think you missed Schultz's recovery. The Alvin reveal? Who's Alvin? Oh, are you on about the Dixon reveal? Oh, I might have messed up then. You might be right. I might have messed up. That does sound like I've messed up. Alvis. Oh, bro, I messed up so bad. It's not really an Alvis reveal. Are you on about when Dixon turns? That's what you're on about, right? That video?
How do you do?
Did I not upload that? All right, here we go.
What have we here? I can get it to spill its secrets. I shall make it so.
Oh! Oh my god, you can look in stuff and get the experience of... Okay, I should lockpick everything. I might have messed up then, Tal. I'll have to check it out. Thank you for letting me know. Okay, he's a man of presence. He wears finery. He wears finery in the style of a dear nobility, yet there are scars across his knuckles and burns on his neck that few highborn bear.
My son mentioned that you might come seeking work and advancement. I believe we can work out an arrangement. However, you must understand that such an arrangement will no doubt put you in opposition to the Knights of the Crucible, and to a lesser degree, the Dozens.
What? That depends on what you require of me, my lord. Which you will not have the luxury of knowing without an assurance of your loyalty. This is the oldest noble house in Defiance Bay, not some tradesman's guild. Let's get this straight. I'm joining the Lannisters. That's what this sounds like. Sounds like I'm joining the Lannisters.
Know my terms before we proceed. You've served my house well thus far. Individuals of your skill are always in demand in House Dominel. What I require will be both dangerous and illegal, which you have no doubt surmised.
That's my favorite two types of things. I'm a bit worried about doing faction stuff because I don't want to ruin the game. And I've done that in games before. I only played Act 1 of Tainted Grail, but I accidentally did a faction quest and ruined the game because it made like me not be able to go to the main city. So I'm a bit worried here about doing this stuff. Let's hear him out though. You will have to accept this task without foreknowledge of the details. I expect nothing less than absolute loyalty from someone seeking the favor of my house. If this is asking too much, now is the time to withdraw. Should you succeed, however, you'll be rewarded most generously. House Dumanel is a wealthy and powerful ally. Do we have an accord? And if I refuse? In that case, you should take your payment for services rendered and leave my presence. I have no use for conditional loyalty. I can't agree to this. Then we have nothing left to discuss. See yourself out of my quarters and return to the company of my wine-swilling son and his coin-counting sister. Damn.
Yes?
Oh, that sounds so cool. Alright, let's hear what he wants me to do. I did save it, right? 6:42. Yeah, about 4 minutes ago. I have no use for you. I'm sorry, sir. Chat, I've been playing this for 30 hours, by the way. Damn!
My son, I believe we can work out an arrangement. However, no...
I accept your terms.
My forefathers taught the citizens of Defiance Bay to fear and respect the Dominel name. In the wake of Hadrit's rebellion, establishing a reputation was most expedient. We don't live in the same world as they. Trouble is brewing, but this time, we must be careful if we want to avoid the crossfire.
So the three factions are Dumine, the Dozens, and the Knights. The Knights of the Crucible have grown bold amidst the chaos. They fear the Dozens and their ability to coax an angry mob. They seek to assert their authority the only way they know how, by stomping over every other bastion of power in the city. Marshal Wenfield has become a problem. He's taken a particular interest in some of House Domino's business activities. He will neither be bribed nor threatened. Oh shit, this doesn't sound good. Nor convinced by any other means. He is intransigent, a weed. And if nothing is done, he will turn the full force of the Crucible Keep on us. So you want this weed pulled?
You are quick to understand. Wenfeld can be found in Crucible Keep of First Fires, one of the most well-guarded buildings in the city. His piety should make it simple enough to corner him. I want the Knights to go to war with the Dozens, not with us. Tensions are high enough that it won't take much to turn them against each other. Leave this token on the altar of Abidan in the chapel. It will send a clear message to the Knights.
How badass is this? Have the coin ready, this won't take long. Okay, so we're literally becoming a hitman. That's what this is. The Knights sound like the police. these guys sound like the gangsters, and the dozens sound like the common folk. I'm actually so torn on who to join. No spoilers, chat. No spoilers. No one's spoiled, but I know people might be foaming at the mouth to type something. I would usually, in a playthrough, join someone like the dozens. The only thing that weirds me out about the dozens is, how they just fought to blow up a brick. That was just a weird. That just sounds weird. I don't think there is a right choice. I'm going to assume there isn't a right choice. All three of them are grey. There isn't. It's not going to be as simple as black and white. I'm going to assume Dominal aren't the right choice. This guy literally told me he's a criminal. The knights are looking into us. Go and sort them out. I don't want them looking into our business activities. I think I want to join the knights. This just sounds like content, though. Like, content-wise, House Dominal sounds like... This just sounds like content. I think... You can't undo... Yeah, well, I'll reload. I'll reload. I am aware you can't undo the choice, so I'm assuming whatever quest we do for the faction, it means you're in that faction. Just to confirm... There are 3 factions, right? Or is there another one I can go and find and speak to and hear their side? There are 3. Damn, bro. I feel like everyone and their mother has watched a Let's Play of someone joining the Knights or someone joining the Dozens. Should I be the guy that chooses the gangsters? But this is going to change everything if I do this. It might ruin the game. Yeah, it doesn't feel right for my character. That's exactly what I was. Do what feels right for your character. I don't think it feels right for my character. I think... It's between the Dozens and the Knights. I think the Knights are the right choice, but it's unfortunate that they have a ton of bad eggs and pompous twats that are just, you know, shiny paladins. Do you know what I mean? Sorry to all the paladin enjoyers. But I do think the Knights seem like the right choice. Oh, but I really don't like the idea of the robots that they're building. I need to go and talk to the Dozens more. That's what I need to do. Have the coin ready. This won't take long. Murder intrigue. You sure know how to show a lady an interesting time. Sagani? What did he just give us? That's the Dozens bridge thing. Okay. All right, let's load. That's probably not happening. That is really cool, though. This game seems like it's going to have a lot of ways to play through it. I would really like to steal all that jewelry he's got. I do think here I should know what ones are thingy quests. Knights of the Crucible. Okay, so this is a thingy quest. Where's the Dozens quest? Did I even get a Dozens quest? I don't know. I have no idea. Okay. All right, let's go and see Madame Web. Hey, we got $3,000
You
out of
fought
that.
for the Deerwood in the Saints' War?
You better grab a couple pints before you get me going on that one.
No complaints here.
Silly Adair. Dwarves don't drink. They hate alcohol. What is he thinking? Oh. Oh, God. As you near the apparition, you're overcome suddenly by a powerful anxiety that sits like a stone in your stomach. The feeling is not quite real. The recollection of an emotion, rather than the emotion itself, it wrenches your insides, nevertheless. The apparition's brow is tense, a look of concern plain across its face.
The other missionaries say you have been neglectful of your duties.
What duties? My mind has been elsewhere.
Oh? And what troubles you?
Forgive me, I wish to leave the order?
You have been an apt student, and your convictions have inspired those around you. May I ask what has changed to make you feel this way?
Am I supposed to understand what's happening right now? We were attacked on my last mission?
You feel you were responsible for this?
Other missionaries were badly hurt because of my decisions. Some will never be the same. Yeah, so in this world... Oh yes, I forgot. So we're... Okay, so we have another soul with us, right? It's just like the old man. And we were part of a cult or something. Okay, ours is not an easy calling. People are frightened by new beliefs. They sometimes react with violence. These are the risks we all assume when we take the oath. I put them at risk. I made the wrong choice.
If you approached the heathens because you believed it was what the gods would want you to do, then there was no mistake, and you bear no guilt.
How can that be?
The gods gave us many gifts, but clairvoyance was not among them. They do not judge our actions by their outcomes. They judge them by our reasons. Act out of love for the gods, and you can never be wrong in their sight.
Oh, it's a past life. Got you, got you.
This was a tragedy you went through, and it will never leave your memory. But you needn't let it burden your soul as well. Leave judgment to the gods.
Will you stay with us? Finish what you started. I will. Oh, okay.
Certainly.
I've been up there, okay. In we go. Oh man, I love the interiors in this game. Buren.
Well met, friend.
You carry whispers, Cade Nua, Gilded Veil, old voices indeed. How did you know? As a cipher, it's my job to know these things. You carried a whiff of ancients. What else can you tell me? Not as much as I would like. Unfortunately, my duties for Lady Webb require me to focus my talents elsewhere. What brings you to Dunrid Row? Dunrid Row. I was invited here by Lady Webb. Forgive me, she doesn't take many visitors, but the ones she does invite are a fascinating lot. I've always marveled at her choices. Nothing in common to my eyes, but her sight is far keener than mine. I wonder what it is she sees. Her room is upstairs, the one with the guards out front. The city may not understand her value, but the Duke certainly does. It looks as though you could use some help. So many secrets and trails in this city. You have to turn a corner to find a fresh trace of something stolen or someone missing. Unfortunately, we haven't the time to investigate them all. I'm surprised to be working on other matters, but my mind still lingers on a few recent cases. Curse of a cipher to be ruled by the whims of curiosity. Tell me about the cases. 1 case or 3, depending on how you look at it. 3 weeks and a disappearance. What's a cipher again? 3 weeks and a disappearance at the end of each. Some might call it coincidence. I call it a clue. Lady Webb knows you, trusts you, so I shall trust you too. So as long as our interests are aligned. I'll look into it. Where shall I start? Just like one of those valiant whodunits. Read a few of those in a row. Helps pass the time. Ciphers are mind and soul readers, and animancers are soul tamperers. Right? That's the difference between them? Proper Lane, Andra's Gift, and Brackenbury, of course, to talk to the ones who reported the disappearances. The only ones who know enough to care. Laura, Ollie, and Elga. Did you find any leads? Not yet. No obvious connection between the victims, which is what makes me wonder so. Could be animancy related. Research has always needed subjects. The less scripturous types in particular. Seems too risky for the sanitarium, but one never knows. I wouldn't put it past them. Talk first to the people who reported our victims missing. Perhaps you will catch something I missed. Who's missing? 2 men, 1 woman. Lendry, Kendall, and Cora. Tell me about Lendry. Best to ask Ollie. Seems like they drank together at the Salty Mask and Andra's Gift. Also seems that no one else knew him well enough to miss him. Tell me about Kendall. Reported missing by Elga, a dwarf who carried traces of fine wine and young dandies. Plenty of time and money to spend on her pleasures. Try Brackenbury. Tell me about Cora. Football in Arabic, by the way, which is a funny name to me. Tell me about football. Ball. It's basically a ball. Sister of Laura, one of the merchants in the Copper Lane Bazaar. Not the kind of person who would just disappear, it seems. Ciphers read minds or echoes left. Watchers read souls. There's a difference. And animancers are scientists that study the souls. Okay. You can see my confusion. They all sound a bit similar. Let me ask you about something else. I have questions about the missing people. Let me ask you about something else, okay? Tell me more about your skills. I check for... Oh, here we go. I check for soul connections, looking for lost things, missing things, or troublesome things, particularly where people of power and influence are concerned. I'm a cipher. We were once known as Bristlegwyn, mind hunters. But it wasn't until the animancers worked with my kind of... Oh, wait. So ciphers are mind people. Okay. That seems a bit easier. Okay. So they're psychics. And animancers are soul kicks. Now we make some of the best detectives in the world. Tracing souls, we can look at a person, see where they have been, or look at a weapon and see who has touched it. Cool. Let's show him Penhelm's affidavit. Is this real? It's signed by you. I remember Penhelm, a preening peacock of a man, his mouth dry and hands moist when I told him he was a sole descendant of an Adiran general. One who'd fought against Hadrit's rebellion. A forgery, and not the first I've seen, but I've no time for the knights and their obsessions. Bring this to his commander, Clive, and show him the seal. If he compares it with another, he should be able to spot the difference. Doom a man for the soul the gods gave him seems rather unfair. Shut up, Alof! I need his armor. What are you so busy with? Hollowborn, growing unrest in the ever-present political intrigues, with so many missing souls, missing persons, are the least of our concerns these days. Okay. Not gonna lie. That was a good conversation. I like that.
Shh.
I'm on the trail.
You know, the further I've gotten into the game, the more I've realized chat doesn't know where all the secrets are anymore, and it's sad.
I shall be discreet.
Who's that? Oh, buzz off, mate! Leave!
It's done.
Oh my god, I need an arquebus for what's his name? Oh man, I highly recommend it, Tal. I'm absolutely loving it. Also, if anyone's watching this and needs a CRPG that they want to play, I highly recommend Solasta Crown of the Magister. That game's one of my favorite CRPGs. And what's amazing about Solasta is the 4 characters you make are like the Alof Adair. Do you know what I mean? So, obviously, we've got our main character, and we are the main character, right? But, how do I explain it? In Solasta, the 4 characters you make feel like they are the party. You know what I mean? They are the party. It's so it's very different. It's very different. Like, all 4 of your characters are the main characters, and they feel so important. Yeah, they have full personalities. It's so good. Not played Solasta sounds mid. Okay. Now you're good, Krem. Omar overhyping something again. Okay. You know what? Go and play whatever the hell you want. Frickin' Hello Kitty Adventures Free or some shit that you bloody furries play. Alright. Now let's rob people. Ooh, Scroll of Insect Swarm. Be like that guy out of Naruto. That's a thing? Okay.
To whispers and shadows.
Come on, there has to be a secret in Lady Webb's room.
I shall make it so. It's done.
Alright, my lady. Apparently this is the oldest woman in the city. This woman clutches a thick stack of parchment with spindly, wrinkled fingers. Their flesh stretched thin, near translucence with extreme age. Chat, you guys may be able to relate to this woman. A gossamer veil over pale blue veins. Ink splotches and a candle burns dot and stripe her hands like a quilt patterned after some great indescribable truth. She doesn't look up from her reading.
So, the messenger conveyed my summons. A miracle that would make the reincarnation of Aothis look like a child's cantrip, surely. It doesn't draw the most inspired minds, messaging. They failed me so many times of late, I nearly sent a cipher after you instead. So this is the Watcher who took over Cad Noir. Oh, don't look so surprised. It isn't an attractive expression. I wouldn't be where I am for long if I let details like that escape me.
This is exactly what I would picture Alof's mother to be like. Dad? Yeah, let's bring up his mother who got beaten by his dad. Brilliant, Adair. Really, really read the room brilliantly there, buddy.
And this fiasco in the sanitarium that you seem to have gotten yourself into the middle of. What in blazes possessed you to stir that nest of trouble?
I like turtles. I'm investigating a strange group. They are called furries.
Strange does not begin to describe them. The practices of the Leaden Key defy all reason. You're not the only one with an interest in their recent activities. I've lost 4 ciphers this year alone trying to get someone inside their ranks.
Oh, I'm inside.
As it is, we only have our suspicions about who is in the group and what they intend. Which I suppose means we have much in common with them. I asked you here because I wanted to know what your interest was in all of this. I thought perhaps we might help each other. Why are you looking for the Leaden Key?
She did. One of their members caused my soul to awaken. I need him to reverse it. She closes her eyes and the lids flicker. Then her face goes still and her mouth parts. Little more than a sliver, and her hand briefly drops open, spilling some of her parchment to the ground. Pages wafting around her legs like the leaves of a dying tree. Her fleshy eyelids peel back and her gaze is immediately upon you. Is anyone else turned on?
The gods are cruel, I'm afraid. The man you seek is Theos Ix Arcanon, Grand Master of the Leaden Key. One of the most elusive and dangerous men Aora has ever known.
Excellent! Brilliant! Excellent. We're literally Thanos is the person who we have to kill. We've got to kill Thanos the 9th Arcanon. Is that the 9th? Oh, wait. Oh, is his name Ix? He gives me the ick. All right, let's get serious. How do you know I seek Thanos?
Because you have seen his face, and that makes it a simple matter for me to see it. You even happened to catch him in his ceremonial garb, it seems. It must have been a special occasion.
What can you tell me about him?
More than most, though very few would know so much as his name. And there is no way of knowing how much of what I've read is true. The Leaden Key dates back more than 2,000 years. If rumors are to be believed, Theos was the one who created it.
Someone's first time message in my chat is that's the worst joke I've ever heard, to be honest. You don't know how happy that makes me. Welcome to the stream. Welcome to the stream, Zax. Okay. "2,000 years." Okay, so the Leaden Key and the guy Thanos. We're gonna call him Thanos. It is what it is. I'm going to assume he's probably 2,000 years old. Yeah, Thanos was the one who created it.
What
Yeah.
scraps of evidence exist suggest that he has died many times.
Oh my god, it's
only to be
Orochimaru.
reborn each time exactly the same man.
Yeah, Orochimaru.
Awakened during adolescence with all the knowledge and experience of all his lifetimes.
The Naruto
The
character.
plots he orchestrates, sometimes take hundreds of years to bear fruit. Needless to say, this is not the natural order of things. But he is said to be one of Woodica's favored, and that old bat was never one to let rules get in the way of favoritism.
So the villain of the game, 30 hours in, has finally been introduced. And man, does he sound badass. I'm not gonna lie, I love this. Finally, we've got some lore about Thanos.
That may also explain another supposed gift of his. His body is no boundary to his soul, and he is known to take possession of others.
We saw that.
If their souls are weak
We saw that.
enough. Often it is for elaborate deceptions, but sometimes he simply forces them to kill themselves.
Makes them play League of Legends.
He is not known for his generous supply of pity.
So he takes over your soul, makes you queue up in League, and you kill yourself. This guy's a monster. We have to save the world. We have to rid him from this world.
He is also not one to show himself in any but their most critical matters. If he has directly involved himself in whatever the group plots now, it may be your only chance to find him. And once you do find him, if you can find him, I would not hold my hopes too high if I were you. He is a driven, single-minded man. He will not have the slightest concern for your problems.
He's probably unkillable as well. Because he can just jump his soul somewhere else. Maybe we've got a power where we can, like, attack his soul. Okay. How do you know so much about him? True!
The same way I come by all my knowledge. Exhaustive research, spying, bribery, perhaps some less savory measures.
Now she's hot.
Whatever the knowledge demands, I pay in full. There is nothing of greater value. Unfortunately, with Theos, there is also nothing more scarce. He has covered his tracks far too well. His manipulations of the course of history are lost to time now, though I believe they were many.
Sounds like Cap. I would agree, but she did admit to just a ton of doing a ton of awful stuff. So she's probably telling the truth, but I don't think all of it on how she gets her knowledge. Like, she is a bit sus as well. Like, this is a woman who's insanely old and should probably be dead, right? So maybe she's doing something similar to him to keep herself alive? What else is there to know about the Leaden Key?
Precious little, I'm afraid. You may know much of it already. No one member knows the identity of more than a handful of other members. They are kept in the dark of missions they are not involved in, or sometimes of those they are involved in. They exist to hide secrets they themselves don't know. If you can imagine how gullible someone must be for that to appeal.
Sassy old lady with a raspy voice. Even I have to admit she's kind of hot. Chat, you're down bad. I'd never admit to something like that. What's her voice actor's name?
Despite that, they are very good at what they do, owing much to their founder, who will take matters into his own hands when necessary. And he does not fail.
Okay, I'm not gonna lie. Lady Webb, you've just made this game 10 times hotter. Better! 10 times better. As if it wasn't already good enough. This all has been insane lore. Because now, now the Leaden Key and Thanos, like, that was the main story, but now it's like, we finally got answers and they're bloody good answers. I like what I'm hearing, story-wise. The intrigue has been built. You know what I mean? What do you want from me? This could go many ways. This could go many ways. When I press 1, this could go many ways. Hopefully it's the way I want. What do you want from me, my lady?
Keep me informed. The Leaden Key has been busy lately, and that is distressing news. I can only guess as to what they intend. You seem to have a knack for turning the stones they've crawled beneath. Keep turning them. Dunreed Row will not stop you.
Yes, my lady.
Whatever it is they're up to, figuring it out will be of great use to both of us. In your case, it will surely point you to Theos. In return, I will share our knowledge with you as we learn it, and provide you with what assistance I can.
Yeah, he's kind of vile. He kind of does that. Very well. I will team up with you.
If you find your trail has run cold, come to me with whatever you have. There is much I may be able to do for you.
Okay. There is something I can tell you about the operations.
Well, let's hear it.
I found Theos in Brackenbury Sanitarium impersonating a patient. He was trying to damage the public's opinion of animancy.
Forgive me, it is unlike Theos to leave witnesses. He must be furious.
I'm a strong man.
He did not aid you as you'd hoped, I take it? Well, take heart. With any luck, when he has finished his business, he will surely come and find you again, if only to kill you while you sleep.
I didn't need to know that.
This news of yours makes sense, of course. To dabble in animancy is to puzzle over the secrets of the gods. This would not be the Leaden Key's first action against it. But if this is connected to their other activities, we may be in for something on a much larger scale.
Listen, I know you guys love my voice acting, and I don't blame you. I'm one of the greatest voice actors on Twitch. But man, is it nice to have a character fully voice acted. Hopefully I haven't jinxed it, and when I press space, all of a sudden, they've ran out.
If we can learn
would've been
more
hilarious.
about their goals and methods, perhaps we can get the palace behind us. With Avar's support, we may be able to put a stop to this.
Okay. I have other questions. I'm probably going to lose all the voice acting now.
Yes?
Tell me about Dunrid Row.
All the things there are to know in this world, and you ask me about work. Deerwood is a rebel country. Conflict is in its blood. If you think a few guards posted in our cities keep chaos at bay, you are very new to town indeed. We are Deerwood's cipher investigators, of course. But what we really are is its last barrier against anarchy. People are more at ease when they believe they are watched over by someone more enlightened than they are. It pacifies them. So that is the image we foster. And we do try to be enlightened for their sake. The knowledge we gather here is Deerwood's standing army in many ways. We learn what's vital and we act on it while Deerwood
So it's like
sleeps, blissfully unaware of the terrifying truths all around them.
espionage unit.
I
Is that
wish
the right
I
word?
could tell people the things I know sometimes. But the truth is, I don't think many of them could bear it.
It's basically, what's that? Is that from Game of Thrones? The Queen of Whispers, the King of Whispers. What is that from? But yeah, that's basically what she is, and she uses it as a power to like keep the people calm. And I'm assuming she feeds out knowledge that she needs to, and not every knowledge, because like she said, they probably couldn't bear it. Very, very cool stuff, man. Like, everything in this game has a means. Do you know what I mean? How old are you? Let's get to the important part. Master of Whispers. Yes, Game of Thrones. Master of Whispers, you're right. Who was the Master of Whispers in Game of Thrones, guys? Who knows their Game of Thrones knowledge? How old are you? Didn't even voice act it. You wicked man, where are your manners? Were you raised without a shred of decency?
I lost count ages ago. Such a strange thing to celebrate, getting closer to death. Oh, I've had my share of work done to prolong my existence, if that's what you're wondering. I'm not ashamed of it. I'm not done here. There are things I still wish to learn. And I'll be the effigy if I let Bereth carry me off before I'm through.
So she has had stuff done to prolong her existence. Varys. Yep, good comms. Good comms.
There was a time when I considered enlisting the theorems of Pondgrum to extend my life indefinitely. I found the thought of devouring my political enemies to sustain my own life greatly appealing.
Huh.
I must have gone soft with age.
How is she keeping herself alive then? Here's the most important question, guys. Is there a Lord Webb?
There was.
Oh, what happened to him?
He believed in dying with dignity. He was old-fashioned that way, my husband. We saw the world very differently, he and I. But he was good to me while he lasted.
Oh, and the music hit right at the perfect time. Are you a psychic?
If you are hoping I can look at your hand and tell you whom you should marry, you can just wipe that notion from your mind. I do not know what will happen tomorrow. That is what I pay spies for. Being a cipher is not unlike being a watcher. You notice more about what is already there.
Is she a Black Widow? Good one. Good one. I actually got that. That was a very smart dad joke. Because she's the Lady Webb and the Black Widow. But to the naked eye, somebody may thought that you were just being racist there. But I'm smarter than that. Unless...
Many can hold an object and know where it's been, or peer into the thoughts of people around them. They can also sometimes affect those thoughts, but that would be unethical, of course. A tiny, talented few pick up so much about the world around them, they can get images of things to come, but these are fleeting and unreliable.
Okay. And you said you don't know what will happen tomorrow?
Who said I was talented? I don't. Least not that I can trust. And with me, it's only ever about one thing anyway.
I don't think it's racist anyway. And with me, I only worry about one thing anyway. What's that?
A quiet day at home.
Oh, I bet she still loves a cuppa beside the fireplace, bless her. She probably shouldn't get too close to a fireplace, though. She's like 300 years old. How did you come to be here?
Me? I started this place in a different time under a different Duke. I impressed the Duke with my research and my work ethic, and he became possessed of the notion that I would be ideal to lead a secret network of gifted investigators. I don't know how such an idea got into his head.
She winks. Ha ha! So she, literally, that to me tells me that she used secret people to make the Duke, put her in a place of power. Genius! God, she's hot. Let's talk about something else. I have other questions.
Yes?
That's it. All right, well, that, one of the best characters in the game so far.
Try your best not to die out there.
Try your best not to die in here of old age. Have a nice day. Or that she influences thought to literally give him the idea. Yeah. Well, both are the same mean. Both, but they have different means, but it's the same outcome. I see what you're saying. She could have influenced people to do that. There's a lot of, actually, ways to what she said there. Because she could have influenced people highly enough for them to recommend her. She could have genuinely tricked people by using her powers. And then she could have genuinely just tricked him and gave him the idea, like you said. Yeah. That's insane. That is insane stuff.